Today I'm reviewing this 2-axis gimbal. So it has a folded leg here and an extension stem that goes out. We'll look at it in a little bit. Then the gimbal stabilization is in here, and there's a video light and there's a remote control. So first of all, let's open up this gimbal. So I'm going to release this tightening knob. So flipping it up like so. So to open the legs, you just pry it open from the bottom here. And then it would slide down into the stow position with the legs fully extended. And I can now pull the selfie stick out, like so. So this is quite a tall extension. So let's take a look how tall it is. So this extension is 5 foot tall. To mount the phone on the gimbal, first release the phone holder through this releasing button. When I release it, it could turn to the landscape orientation. I'm just going to lower it now. So with the camera facing this way, I'm going to mount my phone by lifting the clamp like so. I'm just going to balance it a little better. Oh, that looks good. Okay. So I can also do a couple of things. I can rotate this. There's a rotating hinge here. I can rotate the phone facing this way, just to show you, but of course, shooting this way, I have to make sure that my phone is balanced on the tripod. Right now, it is not as good a balance as it is on the other side. So I'm just going to turn this back. Like that. I can turn on the gimbal by pressing this button here. So holding it. All right, the blue light is on, and then this gimbal is now balanced. If I rotate the handle, it is in a good balancing position. So I just like to talk about this gimbal here. This gimbal said it is 2-axis. Now this axis is pitch. It is rotating in the horizontal axis facing forward. There is no stabilization when I tilt it forward. It doesn't have a yaw position that rotates the phone or the camera this way and this way for yaw stabilization. And then when I turn this, it doesn't rotate in this axis for pan. So this is only 1-axis gimbal. I don't know why it is called 2-axis, and this is not really a 2-axis gimbal. So with the remote control, I could start-stop here. Very comfortable to use. Even though there is no yaw stabilization, it's only for the pitch, and no pan stabilization either. It works quite well. Very simple to use. Nothing fancy, just practical. Here is a sample of walking with this gimbal handheld with just one axis stabilization. So as you can see, it is very steady, very easy to operate. It doesn't have too many buttons to control. Now this is tilt, of course you manually control it, and then when you hold it still, it is quite well balanced. And then you could tilt the camera angle manually, very easy to control by moving it down, pointing downwards, and then back upwards. Nothing to really worry about on buttons and apps or anything like that. Just straightforward handheld control, and it's stabilized with one axis. Very nicely done. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to use this gimbal for self-tracking mode. So I'm going to remove the phone now. First I'm going to rotate this phone clamp through this hinge here, turning it facing this way. Alright, and then I'm going to flip it this way into a horizontal position. I'm just going to make it more compact by going this way and keep going down to the lowest position. And there's a further rotation down here, and then I'm going to tighten this. Okay, so now it is in the tracking position. So if you notice that there is the sensor here to track your movement, and the camera lens has to face the same direction as the sensor. So I'm just going to put the phone facing this way toward me now. Do a tight fit. That will work. So then after this is in the horizontal position in the tracking mode, I'm going to unlock the gimbal. I'm going to turn the gimbal on now by holding the on-off button for 3 seconds. So it is on. I'm going to initiate the tracking mode. So it turns green, and now it is following me. So I have to move back a little bit for the sensor to track me. So it's now tracking me. So to stop tracking, I just put my hand up like so. It would turn blue, and now it is not tracking me. Turn it on again. Okay, sign is green. It began to track me again. Up your hand like a picture frame would put the gimbal on a standby mode, same as the stop position.
Vor mir steht der Einachsen-Gimbal-Stabilisator aus dem AOCHUAN Store. Ich habe ihn schon mal angeschaltet. Drehen wir mal. Das ist also der Gimbal. Dann kann man den Gimbal durch diese 3 Gesten steuern und einschalten. Zeichnet sich durch Grünlicht aus.
Beginnen mit dem Saugen und Wischen. Stellen bitte sicher, dass sich...
So, ich habe das mal eben aktiviert. Wie man sieht, er reagiert. Allerdings darf man sich nicht zu schnell bewegen. Dann kommt er nicht mit. Ausgestattet mit einer Fernbedienung. Zum rechts drehen, links drehen und Aufnahme Foto, Video. Diese Funktion geht bei unserem Gerät nicht. Ich habe auch schon die Batterie gewechselt, aber man könnte das Gerät ja auch tauschen, wenn dann das Gerät oder Ihr Gerät auch diesen Ausfall hat. Dazu gibt es noch dieses Licht. Gehalten wird das durch diesen Magneten. Falsch angedrückt. So. Lichtintensität und dann die verschiedenen Farben. Das ist weiß, warm, rot, blau, grün, rosa, türkis, weiß. Ja, ich hoffe, das sieht man. Aktivieren kann man die Fernbedienung durch längeres Drücken der unteren Einheit. Ausgestattet mit 2 Einstellungsmöglichkeiten. Das drehen. Und runter. Hier rastet es jeweils ein, was man hört. Dann muss man hier ganz unten drehen. Dann bekommen Sie eine waagerechte Haltung hin. So. Ich kann unten jetzt, das ist meiner Ansicht nach sehr eng. Also bei den heutigen Handys, die ja alle geschützt sind durch eine Hülle, dadurch wird das Handy natürlich noch dicker und dann gibt es Probleme, das Handy hier vollkommen reinzustecken. Also meine Hülle geht da gerade noch rein. So, ich habe einmal die Schieblehre angehalten. Das ist also die maximale Breite, würde ich sagen. Es gibt eine deutsche Bedienungsanleitung. Klar und verständlich. Damit dürfte eigentlich nichts schief gehen. Ganz wichtig hier noch einmal die Gestensteuerung. Und zu guter Letzt einmal noch die maximale Länge des Stativs.
das natürlich jetzt hier gleich mal draufdrücken. Wobei auch das ist cool, es gibt extra eine Dulle, wo ich die Fernbedienung am Stick lagern kann. Und es gibt auch, jetzt warte ich kurz, ein Aufhelllicht mit verschiedenen Farben natürlich, wie es ja heute Standard ist. Mit dem ich ja hier quasi ein bisschen Drama noch reinbringen kann hier. Ja, man kommt dann Gewitter rein. Also ihr merkt, es ist jetzt keine Lampe, um jetzt den Tag zu erhellen. Aber um ein kleines bisschen Lichteffekt zu setzen, warum auch immer ich die ganzen Farben brauchen sollte. Aber ja, fairerweise, ich glaube eher eine Spielerei, aber auch trotzdem finde ich es gut mitgedacht, weil halt ich hier auch wieder einfach reinklicken kann. Jetzt nehme ich doch mal die Kamera runter. Und ja, ich das hier einfach hier reinstecken kann. Und na, dann ist es hier verräumt, ich verliere es nicht, es ist mit dabei und damit alles gut.
A remote for the phone, I think in Bluetooth. Yeah, this is very nice. That's the AI thingy. So you have to move this. Look carefully. It's hard. And so it faces down. You put your phone here so that can see your hand signals. You see that gap there? So you gotta push this towards there in order for this to slide down. It's kind of hard to do it.
If you want to settle for less, this is a tripod for you. I want to show you guys how, when using the functions and returning it to its normal state, it shakes. So if I am recording a video like that, the shaking movement will be there in my video, and I don't want that. Also, you can see the line whenever it comes to its normal state, that it's not centered. And this happens vertically or horizontally. I know I am stupid for even trying this, but yeah, I can't even like just use my receiver from my DEI mic because the phone falls down, and I can't like trust in this, of course. The only way I can use the receiver is when it's in the handheld mode, which you saw earlier in the video. And whenever I put my phone without the case, because the case is much bigger and it doesn't fit in, it doesn't stay put, and the lines are not aligned immediately. So yeah, that's a problem for me too. There you can see the line not being centered. And since I had my remote on for a time already, it works, but it's very gimmicky and you have to like just keep trying until it works. And again, you can see the decentered line. I have to like play with this a lot so that it can be centered. This is a disappointment for me.
Perfect. It's the best toy. I love this. I not regret to buy it. It's the same as the videos. Everything, as you see, it's a little bit hard to know how to manage at the beginning. You have to watch the YouTube videos, or the videos they have in there. They teach you. You just have to scan this little bit card. I'll just show you here. Scan this. They have another one, and then that's it. Amazing.